Today's lesson is about reciprocals and what they mean and how to use them to divide fractions. This is a make-up lesson for helping you understand the lesson from yesterday that was just about dividing fractions. So I'm hoping that this will help you. Okay, let's see. Okay, definition. Reciprocal. Two numbers are reciprocals if they have a product of 1. In other words, when you multiply them together, you get 1 as the answer. 2/3 times 3/2 should be reciprocals. Let's see if they are. Let's do some cross-canceling. 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2 can both be divided by 2. So cross that out. I get 1, 1. 3 and 3 can both be divided by 3. 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 over 1 is 1. 1 and 2/3, that's one of those mixed number things. Let's fix that. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 plus 2 is 5. That's 5/3 times 3/5. Well, to our cross-canceling. 5 and 5 become 1 and 1. 3 and 3 become 1 and 1. And I get 1 again. 1 and 2/3 and 3/5 are reciprocals. 2/3 and 3/2 are reciprocals. What is 1 times 1? Well, it's 1. That means 1 is its own reciprocal. That means multiplying by 1 and dividing by 1 would be the same answer. -1 times -1. Well, two negatives cancel each other out, and they are +1. That means -1 is also its own reciprocal. Multiplying something by -1, like 25 times -1 would be -25. Dividing it by -1, 25 divided by -1 is also -25. They are the same. They are reciprocals of each other. Okay, so why does multiplying by the reciprocal mean the same thing as dividing? Well, first of all, 20/5 and 5/20 are reciprocals. If I simplify them, 20 divided by 20/5 is 4, and 5/20 is 1/4, and 4 and 1/4 are reciprocals. If this works, if multiplying by a reciprocal means the same as dividing, then 60 divided by 20/5 should be the same as 60 times 5/20. Are they the same? Well, 60 divided by 20 is 3, and 60 divided by 20/5 is the same as 60 divided by 4, because 20/5 is 4, and 60 divided by 4 is 15. Now, how do you go from 3 to 15? Well, you multiply by 5. Therefore, this 5 here in the denominator must be multiplying by 5. 60 times 5 is 300. 300 divided by 20 is 15. Divided by must be times. Okay, but is 60 divided by 20/5 the same as 60 times 5/20? Well, 60 divided by 20/5 is 15. We saw that up here. Well, 60 times 5/20, 5/20 simplifies to 1/4, and 60 times 1/4, a fourth of 60, is 15. 15 is the same as 15. Therefore, 60 divided by 20/5 is the same as 60 times 5/20. Multiplying by the reciprocal is the same as dividing. Let's try some. First, change some numbers into fractions, then change each of these numbers. So we're going to change each of these numbers into fractions and then find the reciprocal. 6 is 6 over 1. Its reciprocal is 1/6. 2 and 3/5. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. That's 13/5. Its reciprocal is 5/13. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14/3. Its reciprocal is 3/14. Okay, so far? You know how to do this. And you know how to do this. from that. Everyone okay? All right. Now, we'll do some dividing. First step, write each as multiplying by the reciprocal, then do the cross-canceling, then find the value. 48 divided by 6 is 48 times 1/6. Remember, the reciprocal of 6 is 1/6. 48 times 1 is 48. 48 divided by 6 is 8. And you knew that. 48 divided by 6 is 8, right? Uh-oh. Second one, there's a mixed number. So first thing I'm going to do is rewrite it. 26/75 divided by 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13/5. Now I'll rewrite it as multiplying. Negative 26/75 times 5/13. Now I'll do some cross-canceling. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 75 divided by 5 is 15. 26 divided by 13 is 2. 13 divided by 13 is 1. Since there's one negative, it's negative. 2 times 1 is 2. 15 times 1 is 15. The quotient is negative 2/15. Okay. Two of those terrible mixed number things. Well, let's fix them. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 5 is 35. 6 divided by 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Negative 14/3. Now rewrite it as multiplication by the reciprocal. Negative 35/6 times negative 3/14. Okay, let's do some cross-canceling. 3 is 1, 6 is 2. Divide them each by 2. What goes into 35 and 14 is 7. This turns into 5. This turns into 2. 35 divided by 7 is 5. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Negative times negative is positive, so we won't worry about that. This is 5 times 1 is 5. This is 2 times 2 is 4. And the quotient is 5/4. Okay. That's how to do this. I hope it was helpful. Try the worksheet. Make sure you ask for help if you need it.